but I got some heat that don't hold. You make it rain, he make it rain, I make it hurricane. I'm in the coupe, you in the way, so I be swerving lanes. Interior red, paint job white, just like a candy cane. You make it rain, he make it rain, I make it hurricane. You make it rain, I make it hurricane. You make it rain, I make it hurricane. You make it rain, I make it hurricane.
Mama, there go that man, because it's all about the U again. And just like it was 2004 when Devin Hester broke open a Canes victory against Louisville. And joining us now to talk this week's Canes versus Cardinals matchup is none other than Miami Hurricane legend and NFL Hall of Famer himself, Devin Hester. Devin, we appreciate you stopping by to chat with us today, but I want to know if you remember taking that return to the house against Louisville back in 2004.
Oh, most definitely, man. That was probably that had to be one of the biggest games of the year. I think at the time that was a Thursday night game, and it was a rating showing that that game was more televised than like the Yankees and everybody. So that was a big game.
Cool. Your Canes have a big one this weekend, Devin, as you well know. Are they back? Is the U back? Can we officially say that?
I would say we're back from where we used to. We was a couple years ago. I would strongly say that. But whenever I get asked that question, I like to knock on wood because, you know, I'm a diehard Hurricane, and I know how I can get. So right now, I'm liking what we're seeing.
All right. Do you like what you're seeing so much that you anticipate for the first time ever since they joined the ACC, they'll win conference?
I think so. This is the year right here that we do win conference. I can't honestly feel like comfortable saying that. From that point on, I know where the bowl games will be at. A couple of them are going to be at the Hard Rock Stadium. So, hey, if we go that far, we'll be back in our hometown playing some bowl games in Miami.
All right. Well, speaking of, let's dive a little deeper because Coach Cristobal, I mean, he was on the staff when you were a Cane, but what's your thoughts on having a former Cane in charge of the program?
I love it, man, because they know the tradition there. He not only was on the staff, he also played. And when you know the history, the background, the inside of the locker room, outside of the locker room, the neighborhoods, it's a perfect fit for you to be in that organization, and he fits it perfect.
Perfect. And we can't have one of the most fastest and most explosive Canes ever join us and not talk about this year's freshman playmaker, Malachi Tony. We've heard a story about you racing his dad back in the game.
Wait. You can't leave Trick Daddy out of this story.
Oh, okay, wait.
Daddy was y'all were at a Trick Daddy party and y'all raced.
Yeah, tell us the story.
Yeah. So it was a flag football tournament that the city put on every year. I think it was Willie's flag tournament where he come back every year. One of the celebrity guys from their hometown throw a flag football game for the just for the community. And we was low key wasn't supposed to be going there because we had a game coming up, and so our strength and conditioning coach beat the crap with us that day in conditioning and everything, just so we wouldn't go, and we end up sneaking out playing in it and everything. And Trick Daddy was there. I think Chad Johnson was there. And when they seen me pull up, the biggest argument was me racing that guy, Malachi Dad. And, of course, he did beat me.
Oh, wait,
Trick love the kids. First of all, talk about the son, though. Malachi Tony, man, he is blowing it up. No one can handle this young man. What's your assessment of his game?
Man, I first laid eyes on this kid his junior year because he reclassed up the league. He's supposed to be a senior this year. Oh. So last year he was a junior, and he played in the state game against a team from Orlando, which is Jones High School. And so, when I seen that kid playing, he played quarterback. He wasn't even the quarterback. The quarterback for their starting team ended up getting hurt like 2 or 3 games before the championship, the state game. So he played quarterback. And what he did in that game, like, really, really solidified what type of player he is. And now he's just really just dominating the league right now in college.
A dynamic player that's continuing to do it right now. But, Devin, it has been 20 years since your famous punt return touchdown against Duke. Walk us through that. What do you remember from that play?
Duke came out with a crazy formation that we've never seen before. And I think that was the first time we actually anybody actually got the opportunity to see their punt team just spread out the whole field. And it almost looked like a kickoff return the way they lined up. And it was like, man, there's no way I can't find a hole in this type of setup. And so if you look at the previous return before that, I did the exact same thing, but I only got like 40 yards on that one. But it was like, I'm gonna try this again.
And you did it again. So what is it when you hear the greatest return man of all time? What goes through your mind?
It's so crazy because when this crosses my mind a lot. You know, when you talk about the greatest of all time, you talk about the greatest quarterback, the greatest running back. You know, it's only 1-2 guys that stands out. And then when you talk about the greatest return of all time, it's like, wow, I'm in this category of potentially being the number one greatest return of all time. And it's very rare that you can call out the greatest at any position in the National Football League. It's really rare that you can't call one person out. And when the special team and return come up, my name is on top of the list. So that's truly an honor for me, for my family, as well as my teammates and everybody that helped me get this far. And I'm just honored to be at that list.
Was there someone during your youth that you idolized and you said, that game right there, his game, that's how I want to play the game?
Most definitely with Deion Sanders growing up. He was the guy that I idolized, and I just wanted to be like.
Okay, so now we were talking about, you know, being the name of just the greatest returner of all time. Now, this one's going to be a hard one for you. Is there one that stands out amongst the other? I don't care if we're talking college.
Wait.
We're talking
all
pros.
those footballs behind
But
it.
wait,
All those are touchdown footballs, and you want him to pick just one.
I want him to pick one.
All right.
What stands out?
That was the Super Bowl.
There we go. See, I knew there was one.
That was an easy one.
Yeah. The Super Bowl, yeah.
Okay, wait, I do want to talk about, because I mean, you spoiled it a little bit. We have all these footballs lining your background. Give us a story. What's going on here?
So all these footballs that's hanging up on the wall, these are not just handout balls. These are actually the real game balls that I had in my hand when I scored a touchdown. So these are all touchdown balls. But since we're talking about the Super Bowl ball, that one has a special place in my heart. So
it's not up there with all the others?
It's got its own.
Oh.
That's it right there.
Okay.
Look at that.
All right.
Wait, we have the picture too.
There you go.
That's the actual ball that I had in my hand when I ran the kickoff back in the Super Bowl.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now, that particular play, do you remember what the kickoff coverage team, what opened up for you? Or was it something you practiced the week prior to the game, or was it just you out there improvising?
It was kind of both. You know, it was designed. We knew the way the kicker favored. He was a right-footed, so he liked to kick to his left, to his right. And so we knew that if we got an opportunity to get our hands on the ball, it's going to be middle to our left. And we had a right return set up. And trying to get to the outside and found a little hole and took it upon myself with some great blocks that opened up that hole. I got up in there and kicked back out and out to the sideline.
Wait, Devin, I got to ask you, because it seems like there might be another Hester with the future in Coral Gables. I'm talking about your son, Drayton. He got an offer from Coach Cristobal back in August. I think I can take this question a number of ways, but I think I start this off with, does he have his dad's speed?
I would say speed-wise, the quickness, yes. But the long speed, no. But athletic-wise, he at his age right now, he's way more athletic than me. Yeah.
How much college football do you get to take in? Of course, your Canes are always on national television, but are you still as much a fan as you were when you were growing up, watching it and aspiring to be there at the U playing?
I think I'm more of a college football fan now than I was growing up. Now that I'm retired and I have a lot of time on my hands, we go to a lot of games. I will be at the game this week. Yeah, I'm really into it right now. It's been very exciting, and it's keeping me busy.
Did you get a chance to go to Tallahassee and watch your boys?
I hate going to away games. The away team, they don't, when they find out who coming, they don't treat us right. So I just avoid that headache.
They don't treat the Hall of Famer right? What?
Man, listen. When you arrive for a team, when you have a rival team like Tallahassee, man, they're trying to make it hard.
So he wouldn't even call them Florida State. He said you got a rival team like Tallahassee.
Tallahassee.
Hey, you talked about this retired life, and you go to some of these home games that we're talking of. What does the retired life of Devin Hester look like right now?
So I'm actually coaching youth football. My middle son is playing. He's been playing the one we were talking about just a while ago. We have a football team that we built since he was about 5 years old, and we probably have since he's been 5. It's about 15 to 16 of them kids that just stuck with each other. And right now they're at the age of 12, 13 years old, and right now we playing 12U and coaching that league. Other than that, just being a stay-home dad, really.
What about coaching is enjoyable?
It gives me something to do, and it not only gives me something to do, but I love the passion for seeing kids. When it's so hard as a player to when the coach is telling you some things to do and you just don't understand and it just don't feel comfortable. But then you realize the older you get, and then when you get into coaching and the same situation that coach was telling you, you start telling the younger kids, and the minute they get it, you see that smile on their face like, wow, like, I didn't know it was this easy, and so that little small little spark there with coaching young kids, and then when you coaching them up and they really realize what you're trying to get them to do and they start doing it and they start helping their game out. That's all I love doing.
That is so cool, man. That is really, really cool.
And it is so cool just to have you sit down with us and spend a little bit of time. Wishing you all the best, because, I mean, they're being coached by a Hall of Famer, so that's got to be nice.
They better listen.
I will listen. But we appreciate your time, and good luck this weekend for you and the U, all right?
Okay, go Canes.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you guys.